Greetings everybody, I'm Shinsef and this is Final Fantasy XIV, bringing you the anniversary event for 2017. The quest starts at this Lullafell here in the Ruby Road Exchange in Ul'dah named Nora. Ah, a welcome sight if there ever was. It has been too long. If only fate had not conspired to see our meeting would again be under such dire circumstances. As you may recall, a horde of mechanical bugs once threatened to disrupt our celebration of the realm's rebirth. Though we believe them exterminated, it pains me to say that they have returned. When word of their presence first reached me, I knew something had to be done immediately, that the good people of Eorzea may pray and reflect on the events, the calamity, in peace. That is why I enlisted the aid of the wandering minstrel, who helped to dispense with this mechanical menace once before. Sightings of the bugs ceased within a few days of his leaving Ul'dah. Yet despite his apparent success, there is nary a trace for him. There is no answer from his link pearl, and now I fear some ill fate has befallen him. It would mean the world to me if you would go and search for him. If he truly has met with misfortune, I have the utmost confidence you can see him to safety. Thank you ever so much. When last we spoke, the minstrel was making for Nafika's wells. If the fates are kind, you will find some clue to his whereabouts there. Take care and stay safe. Now, doing this quest will get you a wind-up lease in Gosetsu as well as an orchestration role. There is another orchestration role that you have to pick up from this vendor here, as well as the furnishing item Rising Balloon. And let's go to Nafika as well. You can get there relatively quickly by teleporting to Horizon's Edge. And you want to go right here to this teleportation ward. This teleportation ward was created not long ago. Judging by the remains of the mechanical monster strewn across the ground, this is likely the work of the wandering minstrel. Perhaps he is on the other side. So let's click it and teleport there. There he is. An adventurer? By what twist of fate did you find your way to a place such as this? You came searching for me at the behest of Nora? I see. She was right to send you, for I have indeed found myself in a most precarious position. I stumbled upon a nest of bugs which threatened to spoil our celebration. No doubt they wished for us to think them extinct, waiting for an opportune time to catch us unawares. As I delivered the finishing blow to the last of these mechanical monstrosities, a trap was sprung, and I was hurled into a void. When I awoke, I was in this chamber, somehow stripped of my ability to use teleportation magics. You needn't worry, my friend. Whatever magics were involved here have long since faded. Their effects on me, however, still remain. Considering these rather bleak surroundings, one might say I've been locked within a jail of sorts. But no jail is without its key. On inspecting this bug, I discover there is in fact a command that when uttered will undo the magics that bind me here. To that end, I thought to peer inside the inner workings of its mechanical mind, or what remained of it, and secure my path to freedom. Much to my dismay, its mind was a maze, a complex labyrinth, the likes of which I have never seen before. For days I have searched to no avail. Were I to delve into the maze again, I fear I now lack the strength to return. But I think I now see a solution to my problem. Do you suppose you could traverse the labyrinth in my stead? Having come this far, you have certainly seemed more than resourceful enough to see the job done. You can now access the cheap dungeon. Examine the battered bug to delve into the maze and discover how to set the wandering minstrel free. Now this is a mini game that you will unlock it from the and get put in your toy box when you have completed it here. The following controls can be used to navigate the cheap dungeon. The default settings are W to move forward, S to move back, A turn left, D turn right, Q move left, and E move right. And the trick to this is on this first floor you find these numbers that tell you what on the next floor what order the letters are supposed to be in. It's different for every player, and it can be quickly done, so there's no point in Googling it trying to find the answer. And it's playing the music that many players may be familiar with from Palace of the Dead. Occasionally in the maze you find these things, which will give you just a little hint that your person you're dealing with is the developers and not just some random NPC. Now on this floor you want to unlock every single letter just in case, because you don't know where they are and you can't input them into the passcode until you have actually revealed them. And now that they're all revered, we go back to the entrance to this floor. Okay. 1 and 2 are there, so the word begins with C and R. C-R-Y. S. Yeah, T A L. Like I was able to tell, it's crystal. Every word is going to be 7 letters long, so if you're familiar with terminology in this game, you can probably guess it on the with only like 3 letters. Oh, I'm on the wrong floor. And when you get over here, you'll see the 7 letters that you have to enter down here, and every letter on this floor will show up here. So if you don't find them all, you won't be able to enter the word. You return much faster than I anticipated, though I suppose navigating dungeons is all in a day's work for one such as you. I would offer you proper thanks, but first let us quit this place. Once the bug's magics are dispelled, I should have no trouble teleporting us out of here. Now then, shall we be off? Greetings, Warrior of Light. You needn't be alarmed. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. This is our second meeting, is it not? Truly the fates are kind to afford me this opportunity. I wish to thank you personally for your continued efforts in Eorzea. Its rebirth seems as only yesterday, yet it has already been 4 long years. In that time, the clarion call of adventure has beckoned you up to the very heavens and back, and now it seems she would bid you to pursue the liberation of a nation as well. The realm is ever growing, ever changing, and it would not be possible without the deeds of you and yours, without your thirst for adventure. These past 4 years have not been without their hardships, though. We have stumbled at times, fallen, even, but together at your side we have endured. I am quite confident we will continue to do so for many years to come. You inspire us with your tales of adventure in Eorzea, and it is our fondest hope that they serve as a constant source of joy and wonder. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Ever will we be watching over you and your deeds. Guide the realm unto peace and happiness, warrior of light. There you are. For a moment I feared you had been left behind. Words cannot well express my gratitude for... Are you all right? By your expression I would swear your mind had but recently returned from some waking dream. Perhaps it is merely an after effect of the magics employed in our escape. At any rate, I must return to Ul'dah. Nenora is no doubt beside herself with worry. Would you care to accompany me? Now you may have noticed the Wandering Minstrel looks exactly like the developer we just saw in that waking dream. Now let's return to Ul'dah and finish up the holiday event. You've returned, but what of the Wandering Minstrel? Is he safe? Oh, thank goodness. Would you mind waiting with me until he returns? If you have arrived, he cannot be far behind. It is so good to see you hale and whole. You were gone for so long I feared the worst. My apologies, Nenora. I am ashamed to admit I was bested by the bugs. The tale of my rescue, however, is a far more compelling story. Unbelievable. And the bugs are no more, you say? Indeed. Now the good people of Eorzea may at last offer prayers to the victims of the calamity in peace, no longer burdened by the impending threat of those metallic monsters. Of course, this would not have been possible without your aid. On behalf of all those who would honor this day of remembrance, you have my sincere thanks. My work here complete, I believe in time I continued my journey, recounting the heroic deeds of adventurers such as you in song. In fact, I might be so bold if I would write a verse in your honor. No, I'm not going to sing. Neath azure skies a soul burned bright, stars soon gathered for its might. By the radiant truths lay bare a nation freed from deep despair. As the heavens take a crimson hue, friends now gather, old and new. By their deeds doth freedom ring, once more their hearts have cause to sing. Let us now take a moment to remember those whose flames were extinguished too soon. The tragedies of yesterday must not be forgotten lest we take for granted the gifts of tomorrow. And thus ends the 2017 anniversary event for Final Fantasy XIV. Make sure to visit that vendor to get the other orchestration role that you don't get from this quest. And that's it from me, and that's it from my main character. Goodbye.